Ah, Jesus. It's rabid. Hey, Silent. It's a rabid dog. It don't bite. How you doing? Just, as always, prepping some water in my water bottle. And I'm also grabbing a blanket because holy fuck, it is cold. Which, for those of you who've been watching my streams long enough, I'm grateful for because it's not hot, but holy crap, it's cold. Heyo, hey Silent, how you doing? We'll get started in a moment. Just grabbing a few things, prepping. That's why I always start my streams like 10 minutes early so that I can actually just prep stuff. You know how it be. Hey, Sonna, how you doing? Goob meowings. Meownings. I like having prep time. Yes, if I have prep time, I can do anything. Yes, I like to be prepared. I like to be prepared just in case Sona comes in and I have something witty to say. How you doing, Sona? I hope everybody is well. Um, and while I'm going to refill my water bottle, let me know how you is being. You and I are opposite streamers. I am chaos. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, I'm actually back. Now let me put this blanket on me. Let's get comfortable, settled in. Ugh, as I struggle with this blanket. You're going to see your brother and niece tomorrow slash today, so I'm gonna stay, and you're gonna stay for a week. Lovely. That's great. Has it been a while since you've seen them? I'm getting all tucked into my chair like I'm an old grandmother.
I haven't left this spot since 97. Oh,
Got some bit rate fluctuations. Just keeping an eye on that.
I've sat in this chair since the war.
Yep. Old woman grey is nice and tucked in. Okay, and this blanket doesn't stink as well, which is good. I gave it a quick sniff just to make sure it didn't smell like mothballs, which would really fill out the persona. I also streamed a lot this week to make sure people had the chance to get their fill of me since no stream for a week. Family time. That's fair enough. Well, that's very good of you. I don't do that. I just cancel on people because fuck them. No, because yeah, no, but that's good of you. That's good of you to prep because you knew you were going to be away. I might do that for when I go to Japan because I'll be gone for 3 weeks. So that's a lot of not streaming. Um, that being said, let's actually get to the page. Got my blanket. For those of you who are in cold climates, which I don't think is too many people tonight, get rugged up and get all comfortable. You all had your chance to flirt with me in chat, but didn't take it up. Tisk tisk. Oh, well, what could I say? I'm sorry. What could I say? I apologize. I only flirt with Sona. That's it. Hold on. The music is just, like, weirdly enough too loud for me, so as a result, I just feel like I'm going crazy. Like, I feel like I can't hear myself think, so let me turn it up for you. and down for me. How's that? Maybe a little lower. It's a bold face lie. I know there's another. Is there somebody else I flirt with? Is it Loki? Is it Loki? Is it... Now I need to go through the, like, anyone I would potentially flirt with. I know Sona flirts with plenty of people, but I don't mind. That's okay. We're not exclusive. I'm Sona's beloved, but not one and only, you know, and I can accept that. I can live with that. There is another. There is one more. Another ring, another one that Greymass flirts with. Is that right? Is that the right? Yep, there we go. Cool. Yeah, Loki, the dude you're gonna eat nuggets in a parking lot with a date. Third guy who's a different shade of pink. Oh. Krebo. My buddy Krebo. Lumen. Is it? Now I'm just going through a list of people I have flirted with in the past. I don't feel like I flirt with Lumen. Lumen and I are just good buddies who sometimes kiss. You know? Or who I want to kiss. I feel like that's not flirting. Right? Right? Oh, there's one spot I missed. It's fine. I'll fill it in later. Good buddies with who sometimes get hot and heavy. Yeah, you know. Like friends do. That's a pretty common friend thing. Kissing and stuff. Yeah, well, it's Pride Month. You can't shame me for being close with my friends. Still just adjusting again. Wanted to pop in and say you're still doing good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, Loki. I'm glad you are still doing okay. That is a relief to me to hear. Oh wow, there's a lot of spots that I've just missed. It's because of the glasses. The glasses make it like hard to recognize what isn't selected and what is selected. Yo, yeah. It's great. It's great to see Loki is doing okay. That's actually probably the only bit that's purple. Lavender. Correct? Yes, correct. So it's all that one color. Cool. Do a soon-in? A soon-in? The hell is a soon-in? Zoom in? Zoom? Hold on. None of these. I'm not zooming in for this, it's just color. It's just color to fill in. Ain't nothing special about that. Why would I be perceptive when I could choose not to be perceptive? Is that the right? Yeah. So it's those two. Zoom in would make it easy to see what is selected, Granny. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It's all complicated. It's all modern technology. Also, Twitch is yelling at you to floss. Well, you should do that. You should floss regularly. It's good for your gums and teeth. Helps reduce plaque buildup. Makes your breath less stinky too. I need a cleaning. Hey, don't we all? Don't we all? Brain, do your thing. Oh yeah, the think thing? Yeah. Can't do it. Sorry, mate. Can't do it. Not today. Can't do it. Not feeling it. Not today. I actually probably need to go see my dentist soon. Just for a checkup. Not like I have had braces for like 8 years and I'm like, I should probably get these off. I should probably remove these. Just remembering I have braces and I'm like, wait a second. These should have come off ages ago. Can you imagine? I'm just like, I've just completely forgotten I had braces and I'm just like, wait a second. I better get these things off. Better get these things removed. Oh, shit. Oh, that's why. I understand. It's just a little thing then. Yeah, there we go. Probably not tongue colored enough. There we go. Oh, my memory of that. Oof. Okay. Oh, wrong color. But like, yeah, now time to fill in the little white spots. The bit that I hate the most. Because it's the most fiddly and dumb. But purely my own fault. So, no one to blame but myself. Not really, anyway. Put a space between brain and the dot. Curse you autocorrect. You can't win. Can't win. Not in this world. You make a little mistake, it'll haunt you forever. It's just how it works. You're a streamer now. Everything you do. Everything you do will be remembered and laughed at in some kind of capacity. Blame Sona for not flirting. You gotta give Sona time. If I'm gonna be wined and dined, I gotta be wined and dined. That's not quick. That takes its time. Literally just woke up and you're eating brekkie. Yeah, exactly. Don't rush, Sona. Let them have their breakfast. What are you having for breakfast? Big old... I don't know why I was going to say big old wheel of cheese. That's what I have for breakfast. Good calorie intake for that, you know. And it's simple. You don't have to do much meal prep if you're just eating a big wheel of cheese. Then make a sausage pickup line for Mouse's sake. Hey Smiley, how are you? I hope you're well. Just talking about breakfasts. It is evening for me, so I'm not having breakfast. But I did have a chicken katsu sando for breakfast, which was fucking amazing, as per. Because it was my day off today. So I decided to go to a cafe and have breakfast and then just work on the comic all day, which was fantastic. You can't force love, that's true. Glenn! Hello! Hello, Glenn. It's lovely to see you. How you doing? Still more marking to go. Damn, you're busy. Busy doing, like, actual work. Not comic, a drawing, like me. You also flirt with this one on occasion. Oh, Glenn? Yeah, you know, why not? I will flirt with anybody. I do say nice things sometimes. Exactly. It's well, I don't want to say this like as a thing that might like bite me on the ass in a few years' time, because it won't, because I'm not that kind of person. But like, I'm allowed to flirt with my chat. The lead up seems more dubious, like makes it so much more dubious than just saying I like to flirt with my chat. Flirt with your homies if they consent. Exactly. Kiss your homies goodnight. Because how else are they going to ward off the nightmares? Just having some water. Drinking water from me water bottle. Because I'm thirsty. All these lovely people in chat. No wonder I'm thirsty. Ugh. You could just hear the disappointment in my own voice. You had crazy dreams again? Do you remember your dream? Do you want to tell us? I don't mind a dream story, so if you got a dream story, please be sure to tell me. Good or bad crazy? Yeah, also good question. Good, I guess? Oh, nice. That's cool. Tell us. Tell us. Only if you want to. Let me recollect. It's good. It's a good dream. Yeah. It's that kissing your homies goodnight treatment. It always works. How opaque. Yep, cool. Got the right brush for doing some soft erasing. Live in a loving polycule with your homies and create a self-sufficient society where everyone contributes and can make art without having to worry about capitalist demons. That is the dream. That is the best dream. Tell me I don't give options like mouse. This isn't your stream. I'll provide them with the options. Silent. You could tell us if you want to or not. No one's forcing you, even if silent is forcing you. No, but I'm a corrupt mod. We've been over this. That's true. That's true. You know what? We do need a bad cop. So that's fine. This is the wrong pen color. This is still the wrong pen color. There we go. This is still the wrong pen color. It's because I'm holding the eraser, that's why. Wow, Can you believe I've been doing art for years? Arting, more like farting. Jeez, what am I doing? What am I doing with myself? And then jump back to color because I can see some white spots. Some icky looking little white spots. Hate them. Because I'm always talking about this, just Procreate is so much better at eliminating those white spots. Ooh, draw Pokemon from memory. Oh, right, okay. Beware is a black and pink Pokemon resembling a bipedal bear. Across the top of its head is a white band with 2 tufts of fur on each end. White markings gives it the appearance of wearing a headband with decorative bear ears. It has a short white muzzle with a triangular black nose and 2 small black eyes. There are pink paw pads on its front paws, and hind paws have 3 white digital pads. There's a short tail with dark pink rings. Interesting. Okay, we will set up a draw Pokemon from memory. Thank you so much for redeeming, Smiley. Last I remembered was some sort of apocalyptic survival shit. I was trying to survive with some friends and a bunch of cats. Very nice. There was fighting with airstrikes and stuff. Before that, I dreamt something Baldur's Gate inspired because we played it all night yesterday. Ah, that makes sense. The connections are getting more blurred by the minute. That's fair. That's fair. You opened a portal to travel to the apocalypse dimension, but list access to magic.
Oh dear. I guess someone has redeemed Mort. Thank you so much, Fire Giggles, for redeeming the Mort. I redeem. Damn you! I'm trying to be serious here talking about things. We did finish Act 2 in Baldur's Gate 3 yesterday. Oh, that's very good. I mean, that's great. Once you get to Act 3, it may start to feel overwhelming. It did for me and King Julian. Oh dear. And now I have to draw a Pokemon with the Mort voice. My voice! Oh dear. Okay, now. Beware is a black and pink Pokemon resembling a bipedal bear. Okay, I start with the bear. I know how to draw a bear. And bipedal, which means it's kind of like me, except not pedal. There was a lot of fighting. That makes sense, because there's a lot of fighting in an apocalypse. Oh, free!
I'm free! Still doing it. If only slightly. You want to see someone draw really good bears, you got to check out Arnie. She streams every so often, but her bears are the best. Pokemon. Pokemon. Head is a white band with 2 tufts. It looks like it's wearing a headband. Okay. There you go, little headband. With 2 tufts of fur on each end. The white markings give the appearance of a headband with decorative bear ears. Okay. It has a short white muzzle. Okay. So it's not... I'm going to need to make a few adjustments. That's fine. Just slightly bigger headband. And then a muzzle. White muzzle. So we'll do that. Kind of looks like an Animal Crossing villager right now. Little Doctor Animal Crossing villager. 2 pink pads on its front paws, and the hind paws have 3 white digital pads. So there's short tail with dark pink rings. This looks absolutely nothing like this guy. Surely. Little pink. So pink paw pads. Not sure why did the website say 3 digital pads. I thought it was just 3 toes claws. That makes sense. Yeah, because I'm like looking at it, I'm like, digital pads? Like iPads? Interesting. I'll draw iPads. If it's got iPads for feet, who am I to question Nintendo? I'm not. I don't want to be sued by Nintendo. It's just a bear. It's just a bear pretending to be not a bear. I don't like the one I've drawn. Definitely not him. Not the guy. He cute, but he not the guy. I wonder if you actually remember the Pokemon. I have no idea who this Pokemon is. Like, genuinely, Beware is a Pokemon that you could tell me, like, was in Digimon, and I'd believe you. You've never played Pokemon, Glenn? Fair. I haven't played Pokemon in like 10 years. So, it's been a while. Is he mean? Is he mean? Smiley? Is he angry? Kind of want to play one, but I don't have the new games. That's also fair. Neither do I. No, he's friendly. Oh, okay. Hold on. There we go. He's better. Maybe I'll get an old one for your DS. Ooh, that'd be good. I think the last one I actually had... I had X. So last Pokemon I played was Pokemon X and Y. But yeah, okay. So Beware. Let me check out Beware Pokemon. What does he look like? Good job on the sketch. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is definitely a Pokemon I've never seen before. Or not never seen before. I've never played a Pokemon with when this Pokemon existed or came into existence. It's tried Scarlet, but not your style. That's fair. That's fair. Because I do feel like Pokemon is very. This is what it looks like. It's like, you know, anatomically sort of close, but of course it would be, you know, because bear. It's like honestly not terrible. It's and definitely a friendly looking Pokemon, that's for sure. So if he did that, okay. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Perfect. Perfection. Because I love that the actual Pokemon standing next to it just looks like a sweet little guy. And then this guy's just like, get out of here. Yeah, I love it. Not my worst. Like, definitely not my worst. But definitely incorrect. Like, that one was 100% incorrect. That's for sure. Oh! I. I'm gonna need to zoom in on that. We can't see the boy. We can see part of one of them, but not both of them. There we go. That's cute. Never speak to me or my son ever again. Beautiful. Thank you for redeeming that, Smiley. I do enjoy it. I'm just terrible at it. Like, I have not played Pokemon in ages. And that is such a testament to it that like a newer gen Pokemon, I'm just like, I don't know. It's a good effort since you haven't seen it before. Thank you. That's the excuse I'm gonna keep using, that I've never seen them before. And then we'll get something like a Growlithe and I'm like, oh, I've never seen it before. And it's like, have you played Pokemon, Grey Mouse? I just wanted to remain relevant. Please. Of course I played Pokemon. Ooh, tears in my eyes. Trying to convince people that I'm hip and cool. Because Pokemon's back in. Baby, was it ever out? That's the question. To me, yes, because I stopped playing it for a very long time. But to other people, also yes. Hardcore Pokemon fans, though, never. My friend is currently in Japan, and she went to a Pokemon cafe, and I was like, oh god, I have to go to a Pokemon cafe. Even though I'm not a big Pokemon fan, like I have to. When I go to Japan, I have to go to a Pokemon cafe. Because can you just imagine how cute it is? And Pikachu comes in. Pikachu's like one of the not baristas, one of the, like, serving staff. Waiters, that's the word I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Waiter. But Pikachu's like one of the waiters and he comes in and says hi. So, you know, of course. For those of you who don't know, my plan for... Hold on. My plan for Japan is that I'm gonna land in Tokyo and then I'm gonna take a train, like take trains all throughout Japan, and like travel through Japan via train and get to see the country by train. You know a goblin VTuber now. Ooh, who is it? Is it oh, I've forgotten his name. I know a Goblin VTuber as well, but I've forgotten his name. So excited to go to the Pokemon Center in Osaka when I went there on holiday. It was like 8, 9 p.m. and it was unfortunately super crowded. Still, there was a queue for everything. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing I'm kind of like nervous about for sure. Socks the Gob. Okay, so it's definitely not the Goblin VTuber I know. That's awesome. that's that's a great name. Socks the Gob. What do they do? What's their content? Just goblin based stuff, which is great. But goblin based stuff? Expand your goblin VTuber arsenal. They do art and game. Ooh, excellent. Well then I'm adding their name to my list and I'm gonna just I'll follow them and then I'll give them a raid at some point. Socks Gob. Socks Gob? Sorry, I need to stop saying it like that because it's gonna lose all meaning. Socks the Gob. Yes, okay, note the name down before it loses any meaning. I say this in a sing-songy voice. Oh, I'm not singing that. Oh, mousey, oh, mouse, oh, mouse, oh, mousey. Oh, mouse, one whom is called a mouse. Hey, zombie. They're very adorable. Oh, cute. I'm keen. Okay, then I'm definitely keen to give them a follow then. Love me some cute goblin VTubing. The the Goblin VTuber I know is not. He doesn't do cutesy stuff. He's more of a like mobster, like mob boss guy. So a little bit more serious. You're beyond elated. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Do things like that. Yes, much better. Would it? Yes, finished your Dishonored book and it was so good. I did see that just before I went live. I'm glad. It's a novelization, isn't it? It's not. Is it the art book or a novelization? Out of curiosity. Shit. There we go. Much better. You saw my Insta story? Oh, thank you, Smiley. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's been like it's so cool to see the development come along and see how much I've changed as an animator. Especially for keyframe animation and stuff like that, something that I've done for years now at this point. So to be able to see such significant progress has been really humbling. So I'm really glad. Also, all you who have had to get in the soup, yeah, get in the soup. Interesting, the comment as I've seen, it's that thing where the book slash comic slash short film is released slightly before the game to hype it. Oh, okay. So it's like a supplementary kind of material, sort of thing. It was released 2 weeks before Dishonored 2. Okay, interesting. Yeah, cool. I'm into it. That sounds awesome. Add a shadow there because there's a hand there. But yeah, and also I felt like I needed to do an animation for the music that's coming out for the comic, because that's just beyond exciting. Like that's so fucking cool. Been talking about it for years, and now it's actually like happening. So I'm super excited about them, the soundtracks. And it's one about the awful snow prisons. Oh, it's a novel. Where technically people are free to leave, or sort of. Oh yeah, you're free to go, but if you leave, you're probably gonna just die, because of the elements. Yeah, I know of that. Oh, that looks a bit squiff. Um, it's that book called Corroded Man. Okay, cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Because it sounds very interesting. I will, if you recommend it, I'll add it to my list. I got a big list of stuff to read currently. A lot of it is actually research, like research books and stuff for the comic. But I'll eventually get around to reading like books for enjoyment again. May I, with your permission, say a major book ending spoilers? If not, then of course I won't because you're the big boss. Is it for the Dishonored book? Because if you just say like, if you just spoil like something from something else, you go. If I go yes, go for it, and then you go, oh yeah, Darth Vader is Luke's dad, then I'm gonna be like, what? Well, I didn't give you permission for that. No, go for it. I'd hate to add to your absolute mountain of books to read because I know you, like akin to gamers and video gamers, have a huge game backlogs. Yeah, well, for books, essentially, yeah. You just spoil something else, yeah. You read the art book, though. Yeah, I love art books, so I'll always have time for them. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and spoil it as well. Spoil the book or the thing. You spoil a book I'm reading, and I didn't even tell you that I was reading it, and I'm just like, whoa. How'd you know? So yes, I'd recommend it, but like, sort of it, you get me? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, but then like, no hurry to get to it, I guess. You just somehow know which book, chapter, and page. Yeah, exactly. If you knew that, then I'd be a little bit worried. You won't though, because what I'm currently reading is super obscure. So yes, sir. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you for letting me know, because my reading backlog is huge right now. So I don't have a whole lot of time to read big investment kind of books right now, anyhow. Okay, so hold on. That would make it even funnier if I guessed it. Go for it. You're welcome, like, genuinely, you're all welcome to kind of try and guess what I'm reading right now. Because I'm fairly confident you won't get it, because I haven't been talking about it. I haven't talked about it on stream, I haven't talked about it in the Discord. So, if you get it, it's a real shot in the dark. But you're also very welcome to try before I spoil it and reveal it. I can't actually spoil it though, if that's a hint for you. It's a very hard book to spoil. Her soul to take, sadly not Giggles. Also, hello Giggles, how you doing? Chuck a cheeky phosphorus bomb at you. Catch. Pop a pin on a Pringles grenade. Everybody check it out, it's Gigs. A dear friend. Somebody got me into streaming. Tricked me. And I'll never forgive her. How you doing, Giggles? I hope you were well. Hope you had a nice and productive day. I got again. Yeah, catch that. Jamie, hello. You're okay? Good? You worked? Ah, that's a shame. But also fair enough. Got to get that cheddar, you know? Hey, yo, Jamie. I hope you are well. But now you Stardew. Nice. Perfect end to the day. Work in the real world and then work the farm in the digital world. Perfection. There is who is called Zukov, and he was what's called a hero of Tivia, which, as I'm sure you know, is basically Russia, and he wanted to change the world, but I'm sure he did that thing where, oh my gosh, those people in power are so evil, but I'm worse than you. I'm just acting as the man of the people. Does that? Oh yeah, so he's almost like he serves as kind of like a image of heroics, but he's actually just like a puppet, essentially. Studge the best post-work de-stressor. That's fair. I can respect that. Stardew is very, very good. I remember getting into it and then playing nothing else for ages. But I'm in that point where I'm like, if I come back to it, I'm like, nah, nah. Barring copious amounts of pizza. That's fair. Copious amounts of pizza is a really great work de-stressor. So he escaped from that awful snow prison, recruited whalers to do his bidding, robbing graves. No, seriously? Oh. I mean, you know, they're not using it. And using them for, as you'd expect, weird cult bullshit. Yeah, that makes sense. It's grim, but hey. If it pays the bills, question mark. I personally would not rob a grave, but I know some people who would. Maybe. Looks back. Looks back to chat. Some of you would. Definitely know some of you would rob a grave. So he needs the bodies to, I think, make corrupted bone charms, as you seen to. Ah, okay. Well, that would make sense because you don't, like, there are no corrupted bone charms in 1. So it would help to kind of get an explanation as to how they come about, how they exist. Ice. It's free real estate, what can I say? Well, you know, that's true. You aren't wrong there. Morally, probably a little bit, but figuratively, pretty steady ground there. They ain't using their coffins. I mean, they are, but not in the way that I could be, you know? And he needs to find a giant whale called a Leviathan, but the only one known is in the Boyle Mansion. But who knows about this? Only the only Boyle sisters left. Waverly is canonically the one who was captured and all that. Esma is still alive, and well, Lydia, I'll get to her. Oh, right. Welcome back, Glenn. How are you doing? I hope you are well. Again. I hope you are still well. Actually, I can't remember when. I don't know if we talked about this, but I actually remember we've done a lot of talking about which one is it? Sorry, Waverly. So I think I remember us talking about how when she was captured, um, she probably had Ramsey or whoever, I can't remember his name, but wrapped around her finger. As it turns out, I recently learned that canonically she killed him. So canonically in not a book or anything like that, in like a letter in Dishonored 1, apparently she canonically killed him. And then took control of his estate. So yeah, it makes sense. Like, you know, because all this like we've talked about it quite a bit, and then I was just like, it it's so weird that we don't have like a canonical answer. So I checked, and as it turns out, we do. It's that she fucking murdered him. She murked him, and yeah. I forget all the most random letters, or even the ones that are shoved in your face, front and center. Yeah, it's very hard to remember all that stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot of just written dialogue. or written lore, which can be a bit overwhelming at times. That's for sure. I think it'd probably be easy to just like freehand a lot of Armella's shadow work at this point. But yeah, like I didn't even realize, and I've played that game hundreds of times. I'm glad though, because I also didn't realize because I after the Boyle Estate like mission in Dishonored 1, I never read the letter that is given to you by your bedside. And the letter is from the Boyle sisters who are actually thanking you for not murdering her. I didn't even like it. It goes to show how quickly I rush through that game in terms of certain letters because I've never read that letter, and it turns out they thank you for not killing her. So Esma somehow coped with Waverly's abduction, and Lydia, oh my good God in heaven, she has my favorite chapter in the book, hands down, no questions asked. Ooh, what happens? What does she do? Punch a child? I think that would be kind of cool. Not really, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I'm not crazy. Then again, those final levels of Nier probably made me a little crazy. It's hauntingly beautiful. Ah, that's cool. Also, while I've got Giggles here as well, Giggles, would you be down to play some? Because I finished Nier Automata, would you be down to play some Borderlands 2 on Fridays? Not this Friday because it's my birthday, so I'm doing something else. So I'll be doing something else on that Friday, but Fridays going forward. Because we talked about it on your stream. At one point. I pressed Z, sorry. Doesn't do anything, but I'm gonna be, yeah. Also Glenn's already in. Potentially I gotta finish Broken Age first, that's fine. You can say no. You're welcome to say no. So with Borderlands 2, it's actually pretty easy to get people in whenever. So we can play like 3-player or 2-player or whatever. And then if people want to jump in at different times, then they can. And it's the catch-up mechanic is actually pretty good for those people who join later. But after that, yes. So Borderlands 2 or 3. I think Borderlands 2, just because Borderlands 2's story is amazing. Because I can buy 3 on sale. I know. Well, how much is it on sale, Glenn? Because, like, if it's, like, real on sale, I've already got it. So we can always do that next as well. We can do that nexties. Because, honestly, I'd be really keen to play a co-op game. You do already own 3. That's true, yes. $8 for you. Ooh, okay, that's pretty tempting. Yeah, we could do that. We'll do 2 and then 3. Even though I am not a huge fan of the story of 3, if I could play it with friends, I think that's more than worth it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll play 2 first, though, because 2 is incredible. And because then Giggles gets to know the world and the story. We're going to trick Giggles into playing through Borderlands 2. Then we'll get her to play Borderlands 1, which is in the same world, but quite a bit less vibrant. And then we'll get her to play the pre-sequel. And then we'll get her to play Tales from the Borderlands. You'd also be fine with getting a fourth person. That's fair. I was thinking of asking just the entirety of Organized Chaos if they wanted to play with me, and then that fills out the four people pretty easily. But I also wanted to offer Giggles a spot as well because Giggles is my friend, and I want to play a co-op game with Giggles and all that stuff. I do need to I need to double check the 4-player thing though, because my paranoia is telling me that it isn't, but also I feel like it is. I have a feeling it is, but I don't know. Has anyone played the Tiny Tina's part of the Borderlands series? Do you mean Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which was like a spin-off of 3, or the Tiny Tina D&D DLC of 2? I've played the DLC of 2, which is incredible, like so good. Could use that as a kickstart for your own channel as well. Ooh, that'd be good. Oh, fiddling with the opacity. That's not right. Wrong dial. Oh, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I haven't played that. I've got friends who played it and they enjoyed it. But I don't know. Because then they stopped talking about it after a while, so I have no idea if they continued to enjoy it. I think they did, because like the Tiny Tina stuff was a lot of fun in the DLC. So if it was just more of that, then great. I miss Cap too. You have Tiny Tina's Wonderland? Ooh, nice. Co-op is hella fun. Yes, it is. I've been dreaming of co-op ever since I started this stream facade. I just want to play co-op and use the zip line. That's it. So, not verbatim, as it's paraphrased, a woman is alone locked in a basement of the boiler state that's off limits. The only source of light she has is from the moonlight through the windows and that alone. She dances barefoot in the moonlight wearing a dress of silver and white bows as if her dancing partner is there, and holy shit, it's the Lady Boyle. She's been locked in there ever since 1 happened, which was like 15 years earlier. Holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty haunting. The Lady Boyle. The original. No, that's cool. I gotta remember to put her scars on as well. Cat misses you all a lot too. The last I spoke. Oi! Yippee! I love to hear that. I mean, I don't love to hear that, but I'm really glad to hear that Cat misses us. Favorite chapter by fucking far. Nice. Tweak. Highlights. Okay. Highlights. So first I'm gonna not do the scars. Gonna just add her freckles in. Because this is the part that takes like the most work. Just adding freckles that look normal and not just like big splotches. And then when I add the scars, essentially I'm covering some of these freckles because they will have been like trimmed out by scars. Also, as my stream title suggests, I have illustrated like 10 pages ahead in the draft work. So now I need to be careful when I show you all the drafts because it will contain spoilers. Like, genuinely, I've never had to be careful with showing you drafts before, and now I do, because there is actually a huge fucking spoiler in my drafts that I can't show. You gotta wait till chapter 3 comes out, essentially, for one of these things. Because I may actually not even stream the illustration of one of these pages, specifically because I want people to see it. Like, see it fresh with the dialogue. Especially for those of you who are actually, like, engaging with the theories channel in the Discord. Grey Mouse is my favorite draft. Thank you, Cryo. How you doing, Cryo? Hello, hello. Speaking of people I miss dearly, it's Grebo. And she was locked in there by her sister, her only remaining sister, Esma. I'd guess because if the public knew that a noble like her was depressed, then it would tamper... Oh, yeah, right. Tamper their family name. So Zukov finds her in her basement and uses her against her sister. And she was supposed to be dead years ago, and Zukov shows everyone at the masquerade ball, yes, like the same one we go to, very much alive, or sort of, yes. This fucking guy. A refreshing, heady mouse. Oh no. This gal. I'm gonna have a drink. Y'all better hydrate too, just in case. So he exposes the crazy lady Lydia to the public, getting revenge on her sister to find those super important whale bones for fucky wucky cult shit, yeah. Just doing some fucky wucky cult shit, don't mind me. Your EP, well then you should go to Eep. Go Eep then. Giggles, if you're Eepy. Even though I love having you here, but if you're sleepy, if you need the sleep, you gotta have the sleep. You're okay with me spoiling this book? That's very surprising, as most would say no, but you do what you want. I'm okay with it, yeah, I don't mind. Mostly because I've got so many books to get through, it actually would be a bit of a relief to know a spoiler for this book, because that might decide whether or not I read it or not, if you get what I mean. Or where I'll prioritize it in my list of books to read, essentially. I haven't counted how many books I have, but I've got a lot. Like, I got a lot of books to read. How's that? That's perfect. That's the perfect scar color. So there. She has 6 scars, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This one goes across her eyes, so 4, 5, 1 just above the cheek, and then just there, essentially. Oh, yes, you need something to grab your attention. Yeah, exactly. And if it's something that I'm like, oh, I will like that, then coming back to it, I will still enjoy what has been spoiled anyway. So it's no biggie if you do spoil it. There's a fact that Emily's stealth costume in 2 was originally for the Boil Ball. Interesting. Huh. Well, you would kind of expect her to have an outfit for the Boil Ball because it is keeping up appearances, and also it's you know, one of the benefits that comes with being a member of the aristocracy is that you would probably be expected to attend things like that to maintain a public image with royals who kind of do still keep you in power in some capacity. So that's super interesting. It doesn't surprise me in a sense, if you get what I mean, but it's also very cool. What am I doing? What am I doing next? Because I should focus on this spot since I have her whole face, like, set. That looks a bit weird. So I just do that, and then I'll cover it in the scar. Yeah, nice. Now that I say it, it makes sense. It's one of those things, you know? yeah, she cut it apart very quickly, cut it on her own, and then she has the royal tailor do it later. Oh, cool. Is there any mushroom associated with royalty? That's a really good question. I'm not sure. Let's look it up together. Um, I know that the mycelium known as Orpheocordyceps, which is commonly used in, which was the mushroom from Last of Us, is known throughout Chinese medicinal history as a medicine for fertility and as an aphrodisiac. But let me just check: is there any mushroom associated with royalty? Because I don't know. Amanita muscara. I don't think so. So there. Okay, so there is a mushroom known as the Agaricus Augustus, uh, which earned its name after the Roman emperor, Augustus, who August comes from as well. It's also known as the prince mushroom. And if we're going by sheer names, we also have mushrooms that contain the association with kings. So we have the king boletus, we have the king oyster, and then we also have the king trumpet cap, which are all very fascinating, but not necessarily directly associated with royalty, if you catch my meaning. Oh, Matsutake. Yes. Hold on, let me get to that. Well, I just finished it today. I need to get all this lore out of me and share it with someone. So, if you're okay with it, then I am. Yeah, I'm okay with it. What's cool is that the book there's the month of Earth. So obviously we don't know what planet they are, but we know that they say the word Earth. That is interesting. Yeah, there is an interesting association with that. Because it could also mean Earth as in just soil. It may not necessarily mean Earth as in Earth, and Earth may not mean the planet in their world as well. So there's a lot of connotation and implication there while also maintaining a lot of mystery. There is a mushroom historically associated with royalty, the Matsutake mushroom, Tricoloma matsutake, is rare and highly prized mushroom that is considered a delicacy in Japanese cuisine and has been historically associated with nobility in the upper class due to its rarity, distinctive aroma, and high price. Matsutake mushrooms are often given as gifts and are celebrated for their unique flavor and cultural significance. ChatGPT, what? Prince mushroom. Yeah, so you got a prince mushroom. God damn it, cryo. Yeah, so the Agaricus Augustus, which is the same genus and family as the Agaricus bisperus, which are button mushrooms, which are the most common kind of mushrooms. But beyond that, I don't know too much. So what's weird you say about nobles going to the ball? The empress, for some reason, isn't allowed to go to the royal ball, I guess, because their life is to serving the empire, but I don't know. She's also given a royal ball invitation, but at the same time she can't go to said ball solely because she's the empress. Interesting. Very interesting. I honestly don't know if ChatGPT is bluffing me or not. That's fair. It's hard to be sure. Well, the Matsutake may not necessarily be associated with royalty, but it probably is associated with nobility because it is that high-priced, high or difficult to acquire kind of mushroom. It's the same as like the color purple in clothing and dyes in the early like medieval ages and Renaissance eras because purple dye was so difficult to create. It was often commonly associated with nobility, and it's why we have, royal blue, and we have, those and why vibrant purples are associated with royalty. At the end of the book, it says something like Emily cut apart her clothes, cut this and that, stripping this and that, with a bit at the front, able to cover her face, but enough to see clearly, of which, as you know, is literally her clothes in two. Yeah, and a mask. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't. It like now that you've said it like that, it does kind of ring a bell. But even so, I'm like, oh, I feel like I have learned. Let's go that and then pink. So we're gonna do a little bit of detail work on the eye, because this is one of the pieces, one of the things that I'm kind of really excited to work on is just this, the eye damage to Armella. Me, are you sure, ChatGPT? Yes, Matsutake mushrooms are indeed associated with high value and exclusivity, often linked to cultural and culturally significant, culinary significance rather than literal royalty. Okay, well that makes sense, because like, yeah, the Matsutake and shiitake mushrooms are both quite highly valued mushrooms in the fungi kind of, the gourmet fungi kind of kingdom. If anyone wore purple dye and weren't royalty, they'd die as purple dye was extraordinarily rare. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then, like that. Because the iris is just fucked. I'm not a doctor, but the iris is just a mess. For Armella. This one, anyway. The other one will be a lot more kind of more clean and good. Clean and good. That's terrible English. Will be just more like clearly not damaged, less damaged. There's a word. Because as you can see, none of the scars pass through the iris on the other side. So hence why one iris is damaged, whereas the other isn't. And I think I've said this before, but Emily's lover is named Wyman, and that what's cool about them is that we don't know their gender. So Emily could be straight, but it's just as likely she could be bi, but just as also likely she could be a lesbian. I like that. Let the fans fill in the gaps. Yeah, and also I like that it, because it's not directly related to the story. It doesn't matter either, and it's not fixated on as well, which I find as a, you know, a bisexual, I almost said as a bisexual character, as a bisexual man, I in stories there's nothing I find more annoying than a character's sexuality being a fixated focus when it's not related to the story. It bothers me a lot. Wyman is either referred to by name or non-gendered pronouns. Well, there's one typo where they are called he, but even the writer said that's wrong. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, I like that because, yeah, it gives that depth, which is nice. And depth to a world that we don't necessarily know what kind of effect that has on the social kind of climate. Is it similar to our world where, you know, for a period of time you couldn't really love who you loved, depending on their gender? Or is it, yeah, that was never a problem in that world? Which I like. I like that in world building where it's created, where people create worlds where that's never been a thing historically for the world building. And so then as a result, the world is just naturally accepting of it, and it's such a easy kind of accommodation to make because the world is kind of built around this is just how it is. Very much, well, just think whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, exactly. As a straight man, I agree. Damn it. uh, it's a weird way giving choices to books which traditionally don't have choices. It's like the choices of an RPG game, but in a book. Yeah, I get that. Let me just, yeah, make these lines. Spending too much time fixating on them. They're not that important. Just need some nice patterns to fill in space. And then once that's done, I don't know how I feel about it. What's cool is that Duke Luca Rebellas mentioned to want to have a meeting with Emily in a few months. This happens a few months before 2. So you're sort of alluding to what happens in 2. That's cool. Yeah, like laying those foundations, which is good. I like when they do that kind of thing. Gonna reset that. Wasn't a big fan of it. BRB watching Delicious in Dungeon. Ooh, I'm keen to watch that eventually. Dungeon Meshi. Now the chapters are rather short. One chapter is like 4 pages, but the longest chapter is 15 pages, although in total there's 379 pages. Okay. So, okay. I'm not going to say whether that's long or short. Give away what I consider to be a long book. No, that's fairly reasonable. Size-wise. Yeah, do what you will with that. Yeah. I think the book I'm currently reading... Hold on. Back to the whole guess my book. Guess what book I'm reading. My book is... Okay, let's leave this bit. We'll get to the bit where there's still writing. And not... I'm not going to say what's at the back. Oh yeah, no, that's fairly decently sized then. So the book I'm currently reading is 377 pages. So yeah, fairly decently sized book then. With that context, fairly decently sized. There are no prizes for guessing this book. There are only prizes for guessing what's happening in this comic. I don't make the rules, except I do. I absolutely make the rules. I'm the mouse in charge. I think there's a lot more texture that kind of needs to go into those eyes. So, keep fiddling. Oh, take a moment to stretch. I'll do that. Thank you, Smiley. Now, what's super cool is that Slackjaw, well, he sort of turns a new leaf. He gets a legit business, changes his name to Azaria Fillmore, fixes up Brigmore Manor, and he helps Corvo capture, kill, torture, and beat the piss out of asshole whalers. Oh, and the gangs that were at the that are the Bottle Street gang hatters, and dead eels have a full-on street brawl with the whalers. Oh, interesting. So yeah, canonically Slackjaw and Corvo do become homies after one. That kind of makes sense to me. Because, they weren't really on bad terms. For the most part, they weren't really on bad terms. Like... I don't care for any of it. I'm just going to erase it all. Just do a light bit of texturing. Oop, that didn't even go in the eye. Little boring, but it'll do. Apologies if my wording was off. No, they weren't. As the guy in Pirates of the Caribbean says at World's End, it's just good business. Yeah, exactly. They were never on really bad terms. Like, a lot of the stuff that Corvo did to Slackjaw's business, he didn't even know Corvo did that. And unless you actually went the lethal route and turned him into soup, then they were never on bad terms. I fully believe that they would become friends. Corvo and Azaria, a complicated name I know, chat and drink while they guard a position from whalers. Nice. That's sweet. I like that. Let's get back to this art that I'm supposed to be doing, because I kind of just stopped to chat, which is fine. I'm allowed to do that. But also, I have a comic to make. You know, I've got a job to do. Here, gang. That's not selected. What's... Oh. Oh, I'm just hitting pen. Not hitting Control Z. Just pen. Nice work. Gramoose. Grummy mouse. Alright, there we go. Make sure I get all the right bits. I also realized that the next page I could pretty much just copy and paste everything that I've done so far onto it, because it's the same base template, or the base like line work. Pretty much as Zari do dirty work. Like torturing a whaler, who's a main character as Corvo does that cool guy thing where he has his arms crossed back to the wall with one foot against the wall with his mask on, and Azaria pummels the guy almost to death. Corvo has to restrain him, but Azaria's like, come on, just a bit more, and Corvo says, just a bit more and he'll be dead, just like his friends, and as they're questioning him, ah yeah, the classic. Don't murder this person we're questioning. Okay, I need gold. probably like... No. Ah, shit. Just selected everything but this bit. There we go. That's it. That's all I need to do for that. Yeah, sorry if my wording is off on this. No, that's fine. I think it sounded like you were right. Sounded like you were correct in your wording. That's a little bit too soft. Oh, that's pen. Like that. Apologies, I'm just focusing on the work for a moment, and then I'll be right back. The Whalers versus Corvo and Emily with gang members in Corvo's agents battle against the Whalers in the Boil Ball. Pretty much how we see it in 2, well, more or less. Okay. There we go. No, not what I'm looking for. There we go. Might need just a bit of highlighting for a glove, because it's a bit hard to see a hand this way. Gwemus, download Fortnite, please. What? No. Do I have to? I've never played Fortnite before. I don't know how to play. Oh, and Emily's fully down with fighting whalers, and since this happened before too, she has no powers. Now, albeit she was trained by Corvo, so it's not as if she's dead, but she is at a disadvantage, but I like that. Yeah, it's cool. It's also cool to know that she's not... Like, she's not choosing to fight just because she has powers. Not that we have any illusion that she wouldn't. But her willingness to join the fight has existed long before she had powers, is what I'm saying. You did ask so nicely, though, Glenn, so... Okay, what else do I need to do before I'm on soft shadows? Oh yeah, the glove. The glove I'm fixing. Get through that argument that, well, she's only fight with powers. She'll only fight with powers. If it did ever come across, yeah, I don't think it did, but like, I think it's reasonable to be kind of like, well, in this world, and your royalty, would you? Or would you, if there was no reason to, like, in the fact that she is dishonored, so she has to fight to get her kingdom back, and so you're like, well, of course she would fight then, because she has a reason to fight for it. So the fact that she's fighting for the betterment of her people is admirable. How good does said book sound now? Pretty good, yeah. It's not bumping up on my list because I've got I want to get through my resource books for the comic, and that's gonna take a little while. But yeah, kind of yes, she has a reason because if she's the last of her line, then she has to stay out of the fighting. That's also true. Yeah, um, definitely a reason for her to stay out of it. Yeah. So it's and it's interesting and even more so compelling that she chooses to get involved then, because yeah, if she's gone, then that's the Atano line, not the Atano. Caldwin, the Caldwin line gone. Took me a moment. The Atano. No, that's her dad. She doesn't take her father's name, which is completely fair enough because her mother was the empress and also a very important figure in her life. And her mum. Even if he was the father that stepped up. Not the stepfather, because he also wasn't the stepfather. He was just the father that stepped up. Because he was the father. What am I doing? Other than rambling. Oh. Are you not? Hold on. Are you not? It's popping that. Let me do it for you. Now, let's see if I can spell my character's name properly. Oh no, I'm not. I'm spelling it wrongly. It's because my keyboard is far away, so it's reaching. Oh, I'm going to need to adjust that. Now I'm just covering up all my art. She would gain respect to fight, but at the same time it puts her in grave danger, and bam, that's it. Can't avenge her mother, can't clear her father's name, can't free her father, can't have a remembrance day for her, which is in 2. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Smiley. Yeah, I'm very happy with how the art's turned out. For the tarot, it looks super cool, and it's almost done. I've worked on a lot of them now at this point. Remembrance Day for her mother. Yes, I got what you meant, because she's not dead, so she wouldn't have a Remembrance Day for herself. Damn it, got the line work. It's like really good or really bad scenarios. Yeah, the risk is super high and the reward is fairly good. Like, it's not terrible. The accolade and respect that she would gain from putting her life in danger like that is pretty high. But then also, if she dies, then that's it. Like, everything her family has worked towards and built in that empire is gone. It's a high risk, fair reward strategy kind of thing. Let me just brush size this all. Now, because she's got a hat covering her head, a lot of her face is actually going to be covered by the shadow. Lasso, and then fill it all in with slightly light. Ugh. I know it's wrong because it's like in Assassin's Creed that the assassins are really powerful when they're really good, but when they are defeated, it's beyond defeated. Yeah. Yeah. Eraser. Bad comparison, but so be it. No, I get what you mean. The risk versus reward is incredibly high. And also no one would blame her for not being involved as well. In that sense. That almost looks like she's blushing, so I'm going to have to adjust that. Not that that's bad in any way, but like... We don't need a theory to be a love story between a human and a goblin. It's not what this comic is about. We don't have anything like that. Sorry. Also, if any of you theorize that, sorry, I've just spoiled it. But there is no love story between Armella and Ratchet. That would be a little bit weird. Also, for those of you who don't know, I'm talking about the theories channel a lot. If you want to put in theories for what you think might happen in the comic, there are prizes and stuff for people who guess correctly. So that's why I'm talking about it a lot now, because we're actually getting into a lot of the meat of the story. So as we get closer and closer to, more of that storyline stuff, it's the likelihood of people winning prizes is definitely higher. Because there's one thing I'm trying my absolute hardest not to spoil. Because if somebody guesses it, then they get, good shit out of it. And I'm just trying my best not to spoil it, because then it kind of negates them winning a prize. Maybe. In all fairness, I do get why she'd want to make a difference besides tax this, lower these prices, kill these gang leaders, double guards in this bad neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. So if it's stupid, well, I get it. Yeah. There we go. And then, just for the eye, nice and low. Meat of the story, is there fried chicken? There's chicken katsudon. Ratchet's favorite food is katsu fried... Wait, have I written chicken noodle soup? Oh, that's incorrect. Ratchet's favorite food is katsu chicken curry. It's not chicken noodle soup. Oh, I've written that wrong. Is there fried chicken? Yes, but you didn't put that in the theories tab, so now that I've said it, you don't get a prize. No prize for theories, even if they're correct. No. You gotta get the theory in the chat. Recorded in the chat. And the more elaborate the theory, the better the prizes is the thing. As well. It'll be like custom stuff. So if you get a theory correct, pretty much correct, you guess something that then ends up happening in the next few chapters, then you'll get stickers and stuff like that. If you guess something that's one of the big, not twists, but the big aspects of the story, then you get prints and stuff. If somebody guesses the ending, then I'll give away a Corbus hoodie. I will design, make, and create a Corbus hoodie in the 10 years it'll take to get to that point. But if you get the ending correct, I'll give you a whole prize pack, including a Corbus hoodie. You dare disgrace the god that is you, Ratchet. I included the wrong food for his favorite food in his bio. Whoops, my bad. Oopsies, what can you do? Oopsies. I made a mistake. It happens. He's not a god. As well, I'm just gonna set the record there. He's a little goblin. He's a sweet little goblin. He is not a god. There is no godlyhood as Grummus. Not Grummus, as Ratchet. Sorry, not Grummus, that's me. Then I need to do light and then glasses. Well, again, I'm just here to look at my character whose arms are like a tree trunk, is a gentle giant towards kids, has those giant anime swords that's a normal size for him, and as he eats an entire roasted pig as a snack because he has 3 stomachs. That's true. You need... have you included any of that stuff in the character design? So if I get it wrong, that's okay. That is okay. You gotta include this stuff in the character design stuff. Where's... Just look here to look at my character. You just, yeah, you just said this troll, but make it look nicer. That's all you've written. A bowling ball, but it's a pyramid. Oh god. Well, you got time into my character. Your character's coming in chapter 2. In chapter 4. So, the next chapter we're working on has him in it. So I do have time. But not that much time. But I need to draw a bowling ball that's a pyramid. Hold on. Let me bring back the warm-up page. And then, new thing. Sorry, Pokemon. So you got time. Yeah, I guess. It's probably like, if I'm lucky, it's the next half of the year that I'll be working on chapter, on chapter 4. I hope so. I'd like to make more time for the comic, and I think I will be making more time for it. But, even so. Because it's like June, and I'm still on chapter 3, so. You have time because I'll make time. Good old punch to the space-time continuum should do it. I mean, that would probably do it. Yeah. I mean, even if, like, you know, I get the entirety of chapter 3 done in, like, 2 months, which I don't think is possible for me, but even if I did achieve that, like, we would still have time to work on the troll design. And, like, all the other character designs. Because Timberstone is a whole town, so it's going to be a lot to draw. There's going to be a lot of complicated bits to it. And that's totally okay. We knew that. We knew that going in. There we go. And then I'll add some shine to it. Hold on. Oh, I've still got that bloody soft eraser line. Yuck. For anything other than the soft shadows. Yuck. Oh, that looks clunky. That looks messy as fuck. There you go. Hey, it's Arnie. Hello, Pyramid Head. It's a bowling ball. It's a bowling ball Pyramid Head. I get to be a guard for good old Timberstone, whose main export I can only assume are timber and stone. I mean, yeah, you're not too far off. It used to be timber and stone. Now it's just stone. Stone and ore. How you doing, Arnie? You stinky. Got him. Just currently drawing a triangular pyramid. Don't poor Timberstone town lost their wood. Yeah, well, they just stopped exporting wood, essentially. Hey. Got him. There we go. There's your there's your little bowling ball. Beautiful. It's like modern art. Actually, I would have that up in my house. Just a bowling ball that was a pyramid. How are you, Arnie? How you doing? How you been? You gonna be streaming anytime soon? Question mark. Accusatory question mark. Because I'd love to catch one of them Arnie streams. Speaking of characters who show up in Chapter 4, Arnie, everybody. Pyramid Ball. Nice. Not this week, busy. That's fair enough. Like, no rush to get into it or anything like that. Just miss you is all. That's my main reason. Glasses. There's only this one part in which Corvo is at gunpoint by a whaler, but a sword pierces his chest through and through. And as he falls, he realizes it's Azaria who kills him, and he basically says, although I'd like to swig you like a swig, you need it more. Gives it to him. Gives him Adamaya solution to kill bad guys. Oh, that's cool. You're in chapter 4? Yeah, Arnie, you're in chapter 4. I won't spoil where you are in chapter 4. You'll have to read chapter 4 or watch me draw it and find out. But yeah, you make an appearance. I was tossing up between either putting you in chapter 4 or in a much, much later chapter, because there are certain people who I know who I'd love to put in a later chapter as giants in the part where we get to see giants. And I was going to make you, Arnie, a giant, but I've decided, nah, I'm going to put you in sooner. So you get to be in much sooner. Get to be a sneaky Arnie, yes. Get to be a sneaky Arnie somewhere in the background. Along with, a bunch of other eclectic characters. We got a town to fill, Town to fill with eclectic people. And if you ever want to include, like, a character that you've designed, that's what I got the character. That's where the character design, like, aspect of my Discord comes in. For those of you who don't specifically have characters that I know of, but want to be involved in some way, then that's your way. You can include characters, and I'm more than keen to do that for people. Because it also makes my life so much easier. Because I don't have to just keep making a bunch of characters to put into the background. Small Arnie, yeah, I'm making Arnie like 4'3", so just taller than Ratchet, but it's like anatomically looks like Arnie, but is 4'3". Include Buff Pingu. I would do that. Buff Pingu is the best. Looking real buff there, Pingu. Pengu. Sorry, not Pingu. No, Buff Pengu. Pingu. Now I'm just getting confused. Strong. Oh, he's strong. Pengu, the strongest being. Oh, there's a bit I missed. There we go. Boom. And then soft light. That looks terrible. What do I do for these? I don't want something that generates the light. You know what I'm saying? And that looks like shit, so I'm not doing that. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, There we go. And then basically turn the opacity down to pretty much nothing. Yeah, like 25. 25. Yeah, cool. And the last thing I need to do before I move on to the next panel. Oh yeah, I've only been going for 2 hours, or almost 2 hours, so actually it'll be a perfect time to end once I've finished this panel, but still. Like, the next panel is going to be super easy because it's the same panel, just with some slight adjustments. As you can see, it's just no hand or hat. That's it. Easy. Maybe a few adjustments, but like nothing too bad, And I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the next few panels, is that it's mostly conversational and dialogue. But I'm going to have to stop showing you all future drafts just in case of a certain spoiler, which I won't be showing, but I'm going to show you one more draft. So this is the next draft, where Ratchet basically climbs onto Armella's shoulder and they just have a big chat. But don't memorize anything. Don't memorize any spoilers. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah. What's cool is that the 3 Dishonored books are The Corroded Man, Return of Dowd, Veiled Terror. All are written by the same author named Christopher Adam. Now, I haven't read books 2 and 3, but I'm fairly certain that he'll keep it consistent to the book, so there won't be any law-breaking canonicities, which I do appreciate. Yeah, that's great. And it's good that they have the same author on them, because then you can kind of be guaranteed that they'll be at least fine, you know? Too late, clipped and memorized? No! That's fine, there's not too much revealed in that bit, so good. Just forgot the phone number of a close friend to remember that. Because that's how my memory works. So I have to, if I have to memorize something, then I push out a childhood memory, like learning to ride a bike, to remember the phone number of my dentist. It's a sad existence, I know, but it's my existence, so don't tease me. Don't tease me about it. Because I do that, and then I just need to expand it. This is maybe the dumbest way I could do this, but hey, bada bing, bada boom. I'm an idiot. Let's get in closer. Let's get in real close, guys. To watch me fuck this up in action. Let's line up this shit, mate. Hell yeah. Why am I doing it like this? What am I... Hold on. Guys, I'm sorry. This is dumb. This is the dumbest way I could do this. This is absolutely the dumbest way I could have done that. Now let me just do this a slightly less dumb way. It's not that dumb. It's pretty dumb. Oh, I almost... Wait, did I... Oh, hold on. My brain is doing a fucky. He's pretty dumb. Sorry to burst your bubble, Arnie. I know you would never do it this way, but... because I'm a little goblin. Oh, I've just copied the wrong thing. I'm a fool! Oh man, my brain don't work good. I should be paraded through the streets as a village idiot. Because that's a terrible mistake. Hold on. I'll respond to messages in a moment. I just need to redeem myself, you know? It's weird, I don't feel the need to buy my comic whenever it finally comes out to read it for yourself. I'm sure I'll support you because I'm here for the development of the comic and all the behind the scenes stuff. It's almost better than reading it. Ah, thank you. I mean, that's hugely flattering. I appreciate that a great deal. And your presence here means a lot to me, so... Okay, there we go. Way better. Way less stupid. I'll buy your comic, of course I will, but not to read it, just to support you. But since I'm here, I don't feel the need to read it. I appreciate that. That's more than fine with me. I appreciate you supporting me in any way you can and any way you feel is right. It's not that dumb. I absolutely would because I'm lazy as shit. Work smart, not hard. Well, that way, the way I just did it is way better. So that's the best way. And then we work slightly backwards because we want her to look slightly different. Because, yeah. A little goblin, but I thought you were a little mouse. Where's the real mouse? Points gun. Oh. Oh, I've been found out. My identity. My identity. My little goblin. My little goblin mess of a being. I meant mouse. I just get the association mixed up, is all. My brain does the fucky wucky sometimes, you know? I'm going to torrent my comic? What? And read it and not support you financially because that's how you know you're famous. You're not famous until someone steals my work, your work. Artie, no. How could you support me like this? Fucking bastard. No. How could you do that to me? It's fucked up. You can fucking have my money, I don't care. Yes, fuck, I'll buy it, as the Futurama meme goes. Shut up and take my money, but I just might give it to a friend. And that is great. Actually, I'll take that. I'll take all the new readers I can get. Arnie's bloody torrenting my work, so I'm losing out on that market. So I need all of the markets I can get. I'm a true fan of the Goblin Mouse. Ah, oh, that's not me. I'm not a goblin mouse, I'm just a mouse. Just a mouse who shits too much. And talks too much too. Oof. I get in trouble at work for being whimsical. Such a weird thing to kind of be like, take umbrage with. It's like, I get in this fucker is just so happy all the time. People are just like, what are you smiling for? And I'm like, this is a really toxic work environment. I don't appreciate it. I'm going to go work for... Actually, I got no other options. So you're either a goblin pretending to be a mouse or a mouse pretending to be a goblin this entire time. Well, I don't think I'm actually a goblin. I don't think I'm not nearly talented enough to be a goblin. I don't have the drive or devotion that a goblin has. I lose motivation very quickly. And I'm turning 26 next year, so if I were a goblin, I'd be dead. I'd be dead by next year. I mean, not next year, by the end of this week, which is pretty grim. As far as creature, like D&D creature lifespans go, that's pretty fucked up. I'm becoming old man. Wait, so because I'm old, I can't be a goblin? Well, that depends. If you're old in human years, then if you were a goblin, you maybe would be an elderly goblin or a dead goblin. In that kind of way, yes. But I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules of goblinhood. Good, very good. Do not stain Lord Ratchet's name with your foul stench. All hail Ratchet. We do love Ratchet. Ratchet is good bean. Worthy of praise, that's for sure. Maud was supposed to be Lord, damn it. I got what you meant. I actually didn't even notice that you wrote Maud until you pointed it out. You turned 30 this year. Oh, that's not that old. Goblin years, maybe. But there's a character in this comic who's 30 in goblin years, and they look great. Great for their age. But also, you're not a goblin. You're an Arnie. You're a penguin. Penguins live for thousands of years. Pretty sure. Is that everything? That is everything. Nice. penguin on the toilet. Like, I had to, like, I didn't even, like, hover over the emote. I just, like, moved my head closer to it. Like, I just zoomed in, but manually. And I'm worried about aging because I haven't aged mentally. That's for sure. I'm not wiser. That's for sure. You know, with age comes wisdom. I'm still waiting on that. Want to see a better one? That is cute. Are these are Frosties, aren't they? No. Sonshi. They're gorgeous. Did you make these? They're beautiful. Thank you so much, Smiley, for the sweet, sweet emotes. Cause, what's his name? Everyone's favorite. I almost said Arnie. Well, I mean, that's true. But everyone's favorite Frosty has those emotes as well. But I do Frosty's Piplup emotes. That's why they seem so familiar. They're gorgeous. I love them. Now, Arnie can draw a Pokemon from memory. That's for sure. Arnie knows Pokemon. At least Piplup. Which is way better than me. Who knows Flabeb? Flabibi? I don't know. The flower Pokemon. The flower fairy type Pokemon. That one. That fucking shit. And why do I know that one? Because when I was a kid, I did a Pokemon playthrough called the Flabeb League. Where I finished Pokemon X with just Flabebs. Piplup, yes. Anything else, no. They get all jumbled in your brain. That's fair. I think I'm exactly the same. Because we're twinsing it, because we're just besties. We're just the bestest of friends, and we just, finish each other's... I'm sitting here in silence for fucking minutes. Just sitting here silently, staring at my chat. Just like, this is the least entertaining shit. Nailed it. Yeah, you did it. Just sitting here really quietly. Just like, I didn't blink. I didn't even blink like I was that, like, paragraphs. Yes. You guys got it. Nice work, gang. I'm so proud of you all. Like, I totally get why I get in trouble for being whimsical in the office, because it's just... Yeah, I could see how it would be annoying. 2 hour mark. Oh, well, yeah, we're at the 2 hour mark. That's good. How much do we have left? Thank you for reminding me, Smiley. I really appreciate that as well. I think it's going to be a lot of cleanup, so I might save that for tomorrow, and then we can jump into the next panel tomorrow. Oh, the final panel is Paige, actually. That's huge. That's great. Yeah, because, like, I got a lot of stuff to fiddle with for this panel, and I may as well save that for next time. Something else we talked about? Yes, we can have a bit of a chat while I sort some stuff out. Export JPEG Chapter 3 Chapter 3, page 6. Ooh. So this is going to be a longer one. So it's going to be 20 pages as opposed to the normal, or the previous, like, 10. But I have already done 13 of the 20 drafts for this chapter. So we're already well on our way. Sitting here with my little blankie. Has it been cold for you too, Arnie, as well? As a fellow Adelaidean. Because it's been fucking cold. Oh, it's been chilly. I'm in a hoodie and I've got an old woman, I've got an old grandmother blanket on.
Because I'm too cold. It's bloody freezing.
Bruv, the last few nights in particular. Yeah, it's been so fucking cold. I remember walking to the gym yesterday morning and I was like, okay, it's pretty cold. It's pretty cold. The walk back from the gym when the sun was up was colder. And I could not believe it. It was so fucking cold. I couldn't bloody believe it, mate. There's a few people live. We may as well raid today. As well. So if Emily and Corvo are the ones in power, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But if all this murder and death is happening under their watch, aren't they incompetent? Not worth having in power. Now I heard that in these scenarios you have to put the protagonists in a situation where they can't win, but still try their best. But if you're still a leader, it's complicated. I think there's no easy kind of win to that situation. You're still the one. Yeah, it's nuts how cold it's been. It has been really cold. Yeah. You're still the one who's supposed to stop end wars or whatever else. So if war happens, it's still kind of your fault. Yeah, absolutely. But it is definitely a complicated scenario for them because they are in power, but then also the people who are causing these murders or assassinations are also in power. Because Emily was like Empress for 15 years. Yeah, she should probably be better at it too. That's also a very fair point. Yeah, that one's complicated because I do think because also their enemies are quite powerful with, their links to Serkonos and Karnaka. Because of that, it makes it more difficult to quell that kind of a thing because, like, in theory, if they actually stop the Crown Killer, what's stopping Duke Luke Rebel from just getting somebody else? Like, nothing, essentially. As long as there's no paper trail to him, he's fine to keep doing it. So, as a result, it's kind of hard to stop that. And that in a sense, because no one knows where the source is coming from, the source of these assassinations is coming from, it makes Emily and Corvo look more incompetent. And we want that to be, once they're in power, we'll be fine, but that doesn't happen because then if everything dangerous is taken away, then it's not that dark and sad universe. And let's be serious, we love it for that. Yeah, exactly. Now let's see, who's live? Who are we gonna raid to? Oh, let's raid to somebody I feel disdain for. No. No, not doing anything like that. Let's be serious, people who sort of don't care. We tried our best. We want the evil to end. Yeah. Just thought I had. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. For sure. Sekiro in 7 days. Shaggy is playing Sekiro, which is one of my favorite games. Hate Raid Teal. I don't want to hate Raid Teal, but Teal is playing Assassin's Creed 3, which is pretty fun. Let's raid Teal. We love Teal. Oh wait, she got a Be Right Back screen? Let's not raid her just yet. Oh, Orp is in there. More reason than any. Teal, return to your stream. I shall introduce you to Chat My Leash. As long as you don't accidentally get banned for being a bot. It hasn't happened yet, but it could. Right, yeah. Teal, return. Return to your stream. I'm watching you. My eyes. I'm looking at you. Return to your stream. I never take breaks. I accept any and all consequences. I appreciate that. Someone's got to. Now we're just watching. We're just staring at Tealful's Be Right Back screen as she's writing something on her forehead 6 years ago. Or from her 6 years of memories. 6 years of streaming. That's very impressive. That's dedication. Gonna keep staring at her. Hold on. Hold on, gang. Just gonna stare at her. You guys get to join me in the staring. Let's just keep watching. I'll set the raid going once I see her back. Keep an eye on her. Gonna keep watching. Orpa's in chat. I'm just gonna read out what Orpa is saying in chat. Been held at gunpoint. The outlaw is here. Ooh, that's pretty grim. That's pretty dark. Welcome to my podcast, guys, as I read out Orpa's chat in other people's streams. It's very interesting. And I'll... Oh, she's back. Let's go, guys. Let's go. She's back. Right. I was like choked on my own breath. Just... That's right. Tealful. There she is. Assassin's Creed 3. Start the raid. I don't have a raid message. Just say we're here to take your cheese. I need to make a raid message. That's on the list. Anyway, see y'all next time. We're here to take your cheese. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, let's go. Bye.